Yo, what up guys, OPTCG Daniel here, back at it again with a deck profile video. So today we're gonna do my second favorite leader. It is Monkey D. Luffy. Activate main once per turn. You may add one card from top of your life to your hand. If you have 0 or 3 or more Don cards on your field, add up to one Don card from your Don deck and set it as active. So you take a card from life, so you draw extra cards basically, and then you just ramp up one Don. So you can go very quickly to your high-end gameplay turns moves. But yeah, I played Purple Luffy at the Nationals. Sadly, I went very bad because I faced like 80% Sakazukis. And this deck has a hard time against Sakazuki, but what deck doesn't? But yeah, if you don't see any Sakazukis, you can definitely win. So right into deck profile. I saw that a Impel Down list topped in Japan a while back ago. I was thinking about playing a Impel Down Luffy anyway, so I just tried to build off on that basically. But yeah, for our 1 costs, we of course play 4 times Hannibal. So Hannibal is our Impel Down searcher, and guess who's Impel Down? Magellan. Magellan is your best card to see because you can disrupt curve, and playing this you will see it more often. And of course we have a Don 1 turn right now. Sadly you can bottom deck your good cards, but yeah, that's the trade-off. Then for our 3 costs we of course play 4 times Little Sadi. So Little Sadi is just a 2k counter, searchable by Hannibal because that's an Impel Down. And yeah, that's it. Then for our 4 costs, we play Swings 4 times. And as you can see, I was already busy with getting the Impel Down package a while ago. But yeah, searchable 4 cost vanilla. So you know, if you go first, your 3 dons, you ramp, you swing, and then you play this for 4. So you at least have a play. But yeah, searchable, also 1k counter. Then for our 4 costs, we have 4 times ulti. So ulti with page 1 is still one of the best combos. You can drop it early game or you can drop it late game. I am more a fan of dropping it late game. But still, yeah, play this, play that. You have 2 bullets on the field. How to remove? You can swing with this with a 7. You can swing with your leader 5, 5, 7, or some other attacks you want to do, but still really good card. And of course 2k counter. Then for other 4 costs we only play 2 times the law blocker. If you play purple, your opponent will know that you can play this, so they will just avoid having 7 cards or more in their hand. And it's just a blocker and that's it basically. But if it comes up, just play it and rip cards off their hand. Then for the 5 costs we play of course 4 times Queen. So Queen is, like I say in all my videos, insane. On play, Don -1, draw 2 cards, trash 1. So you can cycle your hands, you can get the non-counts out of the way, you can draw counters, you can draw combo pieces. And if you play this with the 5 cost kit on your 10 Don turn, you will just win the game, because this and a kit is an insane combo. And just a 6k blocker of course. You can also attack with it, end game. Then for our 5 costs, we play 4 times Fronosuke. So Fronosuke is just a 2k counter, but if you need rush and you don't have Kaido, you can play this. It is Don times 1, so it needs 1 Don attached. If you have 8 or more Don cards on your field, this character gains rush. So yeah, if you don't have a rusher, you need to go for game, just play this, put all your Dons on it and swing. Easy. And if not, 2k counter. And now we go into the shiny part of the deck. For our other 5 costs, we play 4 times Magellan. So like I said, if you play Magellan, it's one of the most broken cards in the game, because reducing your opponent's Don is insanely valuable. You can put them plays behind, you can make them lose their curve, they have to make other plays, and they will not remove this unless it's blue. Because in your opponent's turn, if this card is KO'd or removed from the field, whatever, now if it is KO'd, then they have to return 2 Don cards from their field to the deck, so they go -2 Dons. And yeah, on play, you Don -1, your opponent -1. There's no counter, and you can just swing with it And like I said, having this is really good. If you are at 10 dons, you drop 2 of them. Together, your opponent will stay for 2 turns at 6 dons. So that's really, really valuable. And it's just a body that will stay on the field, unless they're at 10 dons, and then they want to remove it, and then go to 8, and the next one they go to 10, etc, etc. Then for our other 5 costs, we play 4 times 5 cost blocker Kid. So Kid is really good because your turn once per turn. If a Don card on the field is removed to the Don deck, you can add 1 active Don card. So if you minus, you can just get it back. So you have some combos. If you play this, you play the Queen, you Don -1, you have 0 Dons, but then this effect kicks in, so you have 1 Don. So you can swing with your leader for 6. So you have 11 Dons actually. So this deck has more Dons than 10 basically. And if you drop 2 of them and you play Kaido, you get 2 Dons back. It's only once per turn. So if you do Don -1, you get only 1 Don back. But if you have 2 on the field and you do Don -2, then you get 2 Dons back. So you gotta do it like that. You don't get 2 active Dons if you -1 Don, basically. And you can also combo it off with the 4 cost blocker. Then for our 5 costs, or our other 5 costs, we play a lot of 5 costs. We play 4 times Poly. So Poly is really good. If you go second, you know, you're at 2 Dons, then you're at 4. Usually their ability, you're at 5 Dons. You can play the Magellan or something else. And then you're at 6 Dons. And then you use leader ability, you're at 7. You play this, you go to 8 Dons, and you KO a 4 cost. And then you're at 10 Dons already, while your opponent's only at 6 Dons. So you're 4 Dons ahead if you manage to play this. But still, you only want to take your life 2 times by your leader effect. Anything more than that is really risky, unless you have to go for a game or you have to take your last life and hope it's a card that you need to end the game for. But other than that, only using 2 times your ability is more than enough, because this will boost you to 8 Dons, and then for your next Don turn, of course, you can play 9 cost Kaido. So Kaido is the best card in the deck, because on play Don -5. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, then this character gains rush. You don't need to KO anything, you just have to go Don -5 to get the rush effect. And like I said, if you have 2 kids on the field, you play this, then it only Don -3 basically, because you get 2 Dons back, so you can put it on your leader, swing for 7 or swing for 12, depends on how you want it. But still, dropping this card while your opponent's at 7 Dons is really good, because you can clear board. Just KO something active and swing into something rested, so you can clear their board. And like I said, the Impel Down engine can bottom deck this, so that's why you play 4. But you play also the Queen for drop power, so you will definitely draw into it. And you take, of course, your life, so you have more hand on drop power. Then for our events, we play 2 0 cost events. It is Gum Gum Jet Cutling. We play a lot of non-counters, and if you know me, you know I love 0 cost events, so you definitely gotta play this. And if you have to trigger, always trigger it, because the trigger is add up to 1 Don from your Don deck as that is active. So if you don't have to take a life, just trigger this. It is perfectly fine. You don't have to take a life, and you can still ramp up. And then for our last 2 cards, we play 2 times Sheephorn. So Sheephorn was the tech against Sabo, because this deck cannot deal with Sabo unless you have the 9 cost Kaido, and also Borsellino, because they cannot be KO'd. You can just play this, rest the Borsellino, swing into it, or swing for game. Don -1, rest up to one of your opponent's cards for the cost of 6 or less. So that's a really quick deck profile for Luffy. Luffy is not a hard deck. You just ramp. It's basically a no-brainer. Don't really have to talk a lot about the deck combos. Just be mindful that you only take 2 times your life. If you can drop 2 Magellans at 10 Don, do it, because you will choke your opponent at 6 Dons for 2 long turns. Or you just do the Queen and Kid combo, you swing for 6. If you play Queen and Kid, it's almost guaranteed you win unless you play against Akatsuki. So this deck can definitely still perform. When Saka is banned, I will definitely play Luffy again. But for now, it's kind of iffy in a rough spot. But if you don't see Sakas, you will definitely go 4-0 at locals or something. But yeah, that's a really quick deck profile for Monkey D. Luffy. Purple, I have to go to the gym, so I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!